Guys, welcome to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making homemade wedges and some roasted chicken fajitas. Okay, so nice and simple. We've got a mixture of vegetables there: carrot, onion, peppers, broccoli, mushrooms. And first of all, we're going to start off with the wedges. So pretty straightforward. Got a couple of decent sized potatoes, and they've given them a quick wash, just so you've got that. And then all we're going to do is cut them in half and then just create wedges on them. Once you've wedged them all up, what we want to do is put them in some kind of roasting container. I've got some of these foil containers just for ease, just so that it saves up on the washing up. So you pop them all in there, making sure they're all roughly the same size. What we're going to do now is we're just going to give them a quick blast of oil, give them a bit of a mix up, add some salt, add some pepper in there, and then cover them with paprika. And I use smoked paprika, it just gives it a nice little kick on there. Guys, if you're enjoying these videos, if you like, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but means the world to me. So we're now adding in the paprika. Like I said, you want to be generous with this. It gives it a nice coating, it changes the colour, it gives it everything perfect. We just want to make sure. And then you roast them. It's as easy as that. Give them a good mix up, then whack them in the oven. Oven's about 200 degrees. You want to leave them in there for about 45 minutes. Okay, next on to the vegetables. So first up, we've got the humble carrot. Again, I've given it a wash. I'm just going to top and tail it, and then I'm going to put it into battens. I quite like when I'm roasting off vegetables that they're all roughly the same size, but also that they've got a little bit of a crunch to them. So nice and easy. You're just battening up this carrot, so always watch your fingers. Nice sharp knife. I've went down the middle and then I've cut it in half again just to make it easier. And you're letting the knife do the work. Next thing is on the tender stem broccoli. So again, when it's something like this and you're not blanching the broccoli first, I like to just take the thicker bit of the stalk off, and again roughly the same size so they're all cooking together, and just repeat the process. Now on to the mushrooms. Now, mushrooms will shrink when they've been roasted and they will release quite a lot of fluids. They'll absorb a lot of fluids, but they'll also release a lot of fluids. So you want to put on a little bit more mushrooms than you actually think because they will shrink. Um, um, and I like roasted mushrooms, I can't lie. So I've done quite a few of these. I'm just cutting them in half. Any of the bigger ones, again, I'm just quartering, just so that they're roughly the same size. Onto the pepper, flip it on its side, and I'm just taking the edges off this. It's just an easier way to cut the pepper each side, get rid of the core, and then again I'm just slicing that up. Once you've done that, last but not least is the onion. Again, I just top and tail, really simple. Then I'll cut it in half, and then I'll take the outer layer off. Now for this, again, because of the cooking time, I'm just going to thinly slice it along the grain, um, just to make it easier for myself. So you can see that there, nice and simple, nice thin slices. Then you want to do is grab yourself another cooking tray, and put all the vegetables back in that cooking tray that you're going to roast them all off on. Again, I use these tin trays just for ease so that you're not having to wash loads of roasting trays afterwards. Once you've put it all in, we're going to add some seasoning. So we've levelled them all out. We're going to add in a little bit of oil. First of all, though, I separate the onions just to make sure that everything's going to get a liberal coating. Then we're going to add in some oil, salt and pepper. So you see here, just a nice light drizzle of the oil. Give it a good mix so everything's coated. Then we're going to go on to the salt and pepper, and then the cheat, if you will, or to make life even easier, there's a packet of Fajita Seasoning. I'm using that just to elevate it, just to make it easier for myself. Now, just before I put the fajita seasoning in, I will put a little bit of drizzle of honey, just to accentuate the sweetness of the peppers and the carrots, but also just to give it that little bit in the background, so you know that it's there, and it's just that sweetness to cover any spice that you're adding in. Then we're going to add in the fajita mix, and we just liberally coat that. Your hands in about it, get it all mixed up, everything's got a nice coating, and then what we're going to do is put that to one side, and we're going to deal with the chicken. So we get the chicken out now. I've got one breast here. If you're making more, obviously feeding more, use more. I find one is enough for this, especially with all the veg and stuff that you've got going on as well. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to just trim it up a little bit. So there's any excess bits of skin, stuff like that, we don't need. We're just going to trim that, flip it over, have a look at it. Any sinew, anything like that, we're going to remove. Then what we're going to do is you see there's a little bit of sinew there. Struggle to get it with a knife to start with, so nice and simple. Take a bit of the breast off. Again, nice sharp knife. Then you can get into that sinew, give it a cut off, then put it to the side. Now this breast is quite thick, so what we're going to do, just again to aid cooking time, is slice right through it, palm down, nice and flat, so you're not in any danger of cutting your hand there. Then nice and simple, thin slices. That's all we're going to do here. Once we've got all them thin slices done, I just put them back in the bowl. Then what we're going to do is we are going to put a bit of oil, bit of salt, bit of pepper, and then the rest of the fajita mix. Once you've got all the fajita mix in there, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure every bit's coated. So you're just going to get your hands in about it. That's why I leave the chicken to last, because you've already cut up all the vegetables and you're not touching that. Although it doesn't really matter because it's all going in the same pot anyway. But it just makes it a bit easier on the board. So bring back your veg, and then we're just going to incorporate the chicken into that vegetables, and then we're going to roast it. Once you've put it in here, we're going to put this in the oven. Again, the oven's still at the 200. This will take about half an hour to cook. So any left of the seasoning, again, give it a bit of mix so that you're just giving it one last go. Give it a good shake. Again, I always just get my hands in, just so that again, just making sure it's incorporated and you've got it all in there. Okay guys, so once you've done that and they've been in the oven, we're going to bring them out. Guys, like I said, if you are enjoying these videos, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. This dish is ridiculously simple, a little bit of prep, and then you're letting the oven do the work. So you can see there the veg is all nice and still got a bit of a crunch to it because you've cut it the same size. The wedges, beautifully golden brown, they're soft in the middle, crispy on the outside, absolutely perfect. Now you can have here, use it, get your wraps if you want. I'll put a link in the description to a salsa video that I did earlier, and have it as normal chicken fajitas rather than pan frying it all the time. This way you pop it in, forget about it, bring it back out. I'm just giving it a bit of a try there. It's absolutely perfect. The veg are still got a little bit of crunch, but they're sweet. Absolutely beautiful. And here we go. I've just plated it up. Sour cream, bit of salsa, and it's on the plate. Guys, from my family to yours, I hope you're all staying safe. Enjoy yourselves. Okay, until the next one. Single Dad's Cookbook, signing off.